Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You'll permit me to remove this mask so I can speak clearly, but good enough. I am looking at you. We want to start. We apologize. We're starting. Check 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me request us to kindly stand so we can sing the national anthem. Check 1, 2. Oh, Uganda. All right, we are going to have check 1. I'll try and use my voice since your machines have frustrated me. Check 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. Check 1, 2. Right, check 1, 2, check. Okay, we'll keep moving nonetheless. We are going to do a quick opening prayer, and then we shall keep moving. Let me invite Comrade Sauda Madada, who is very smart this morning, to come and lead us in an opening prayer. Afande Sauda.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
That is how soldiers pray. In Uganda, Katonda, which you didn't want people to hear. All right, please take your seats. Thank you. You see her there, quite humble and so on, but in the field there, she's very aggressive because she wants that. So, we salute to Sauda. All right, we want to move as quickly as we possibly can since we have lost out on time. We have, as a National Unity platform, continued to welcome people to join us. And today we also want to receive another group that is joining us. So I'm going to read out their names. They'll come very quickly so that we get this out of the way and move to something else. We have a group of motocross athletes, I will call them so. Some have actually been champions previously, but they are here too, and they're saying they want change. They're not only athletes doing what it is that they do, but they are very zealous for change, and so want to usher them into the National Unity platform. Let me begin with the leader of the team, Shafiq Semuju. If I read your name, kindly come as quickly as you can. Robert Kasana. Gaddafi Kamia Jafar. It's okay to clap for them as they come. Mutayomba Geoffrey. Senyondo Alan. Usulwa Duncan. Chigundu Ronald Bosco Wakajaka. I hope I pronounced that name right. Kennedy Sebukwa. Willie Noe. Kawaganila Banat. Oluvua Matia. Mulindwa Benon. Mukalazi Enoch. Serunjoji Rashid. Erezi Henry. Munduku John. Nalunga Urusumu. Kayesu John. Nansubuga Grace. It's good to see ladies among this team. Mutawe Mike. And last but certainly not least, Muloma Joseph. Muloma Muloma. Okay. I'm going to invite our team leader, Honorable Chagula Jisen, to come and officially welcome these people, and we'll take a picture with them. Let's have that plate of the card. Where are the ladies? Ladies, come to the front. Come near Honorable Chagula, you don't fear him. Yeah. People power. Our power. People power. N.U.P. Everywhere. Everywhere. N.U.P. This side? Okay, thank you. That's the team of motocross champions. I know many of us know them as rally champions. Aka motocross can buy them take a day. I will rally driver. Big motor car. That team is led by Ezempaka. Thank you. You're welcome aboard. We would like to, each time we welcome people, people come from all walks of life. Some come from no political parties, others come from different political parties, and we welcome all of them to join the National Unity platform. We would like to assure, I'm getting a lot of interference from the mics. I would like to probably do away with one of them because the interference is too much. Maybe I'll keep with this one. Mic check, 1, 2. Check. Mic check, 1, 2. Still this has interference, if you could just steady it. Check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, there's an expert in this thing, on the vocabulary. I told you when you put it down, it doesn't make sense. And he was obviously right. Alright, so once again, we'd like to welcome the people that have joined us. And we keep beckoning on many more Ugandans to come and join us in the National Unity Platform. For us, our doors are always open to anybody that would like to join us, because we believe that whoever is joining us in good spirit. They're joining us because they want to make a contribution to the National Unity Platform and the change cause that we are driving. And our team leader will emphasize this point. But we hear so many reports out there, people that come and join us, and then out there in the field, we hear so many stories. They've joined the National Unity Platform, but then they are pushing for interests of either other political parties or that kind of situation. We would like to make it categorically clear. One, legally, you cannot belong to two political parties. The law does not allow for that. You can only belong to one political party. And so when you decide that you have joined the National Unity Platform, then you're a member of the National Unity Platform, and the expectation is that you will drive the agenda of the National Unity Platform. So the very disturbing reports that we get from the field of people who have come here, gotten membership cards of the National Unity Platform, but then out there in the field, they are frustrating the efforts of the National Unity Platform. We have gotten wind of that information, and we are urging everyone that is doing that to stop forthwith. Because you either get to be with the National Unity Platform, or you get to belong to another political entity. Let's not confuse people out there, because there's so much confusion around this subject matter. Bannaffe abatwegattako mu kibiina kyaffe ekya National Unity Platform, ffe buli omu tumwaniriza era enzigi zaffe nzigule buli eyeegwanyiza okwegatta ku struggle eno gye tulimu. Naye weewaawo amateeka gaffe ng'eggwanga tegakkiriza muntu kubeera mu bibiina bibiri, ate omukulembeze waffe ajja kikkaatiriza. Toyinza kubeera mu National Unity Platform ate n'obeera mu kibiina ekirala. Tulina bangi abazze otwegattako ne bafuna membership cards eza National Unity Platform. Naye ate amawulire ge tuwulira mu field eyo nti ate bavuga njiri ya bibiina birala. Alipoota ezo tuzifunyeeko era nga tukubiriza bannaffe abakola ekyo bakome ku nnambiro, kubanga toyinza kubeera wa National Unity Platform ate n'obeera memba w'ekibiina ekirala. Tetwagala bannaffe abajja okwegatta ku National Unity Platform ate okuzimbiramu ebibiina ebirala. Ekyo nga N.U.P tetugenda kikkiriza. So bannaffe abazze bakola ekyo tubagamba kikome. Either oli naffe nga National Unity Platform oba mwatutoli ate mu mutima mulungi, kubanga bwe mbagambye nti amateeka g'eggwanga tegakkiriza muntu kubeera mu bibiina bibiri. So ensonga eyo kyetaaga eterezebwa obulungi. So abatwegasseeko tubaaniriza era nga tukimanyi nti mugenda kuzimba National Unity Platform. Now, in the same vein, at the National Unity Platform, we have made changes to our Election Management Committee. That's the committee that is charged with the responsibility of overseeing our electoral process, dealing with the question of candidate selection and all of that. And they have been doing an incredible job thus far. Many of you did apply to the Election Management Committee. You want to run for various positions and all of that. Of course, the process closed, and now it's time for the sieving, for the real heavy lifting. But as N.U.P, we thought it wise to make some changes to the Election Management Committee for work to keep on progressing. Of course, a number of the members that were part of this committee still remain, and I'm going to read out their names and request them to come, and they will be joined by our team leader, Honorable Chagulanyi. Let me invite the chairperson of the Election Management Committee, Masi Walukamba, all the way from Busoga region. You're welcome, Masi. She's a little bit injured because she's doing a lot of work out there in the field, but we believe she will recover quickly. I'll invite the other members of the Election Management Committee. Mr. Oyek Gerald. Oyek Gerald, all the way from Northern Uganda. Rahma Juma. Rahma Juma should be a sister to Nubian Lee because she's a Nubian by tribe, and we are very delighted by the work that she's doing as part of the struggle. We have a gentleman called Tony Halls. Many of you know him as Jaja Tony. He is one of the most incredible music producers in this country, and the same way he produces awesome music, the same way he will help this team to make sure we get to have an awesome process. Let me invite Mr. Kayabula Eddie. Eddie Kayabula is the former president of the Fire-Based Army. Let me also invite Miss Grace Asimwe. Miss Grace Asimwe is not around this morning because she's in Western Uganda. That's where she's based, so she wasn't able to travel. But we told her, no worries, keep doing the work that you are doing in Western Uganda, but she's part of this team. Let me invite Miss Kwagala Angel. Miss Kwagala Angel. Okay, I'm told she's not here yet. Hopefully she will join us soon. I hear people call her, is this Sweet Mama? That's her nickname. People have interesting nicknames. And let me invite Mr. John Neri Sebufu. Mr. Maiso Peter. Mr. Harris Akampurira. One of those people who cause some good havoc at Makerere University. Very good havoc, really. Let me invite Mr. Alex Rovans Wanyaga. And last, but certainly not least, the secretary to the Election Management Committee, who pretty much runs the day-to-day affairs of this team, Mr. Kea Jeremiah Mwanje. Mr. Jeremiah is a liar, sorry, a lawyer. It's my purpose here also. Please correct your microphones. All right, so this is the team. So a number of them have stayed put. This is the team that is running our election affairs. We have a lot of trust in them that they are going to do an incredible job. They are credible people. We have tried them as N.U.P. We have tested them, and many of you have given us good reports about these particular people, and we believe that they are going to steer this process without fear or favor, as honestly as they will be able to. Let me invite our team leader, Honorable Chagulanyi Sentamu, to officially unveil them. I know he'll be speaking later, but he will take a picture with them to also commission them. Let's have that leg of the card. Okay, these are members already.
People power. Our power.
People power.
N.U.P.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
N.U.P.
Should we smile?
Thank you, the Election Management Committee. Please do approach them. For those of you that have any queries related to the electoral process, I must warn those of us that might have ideas that you see. So if I want this team to be able to to tick my name, I should be able to oil them. This team here is unbribable, and we expect our supporters not to be the kind that we want to give bribes. We are fighting corruption that is predominant in this current establishment, so we don't want to foster the same. So for any of you that have any complaints, do approach them. They will be able to operate and deal with your issues in a free and fair manner. We are also going to unveil a team that is going to do, and has been anyway, doing a lot of work for us, our fundraising team. So we are gearing up for an election, and you all know that an election requires a lot of resources. Which resources are out there with you people, in your pockets, your wallets. But we have a team that is helping us to do that, to raise funds for the campaign process. We need plenty of money, posters and all the other paraphernalia that we shall need, and all the work that must be done to keep doing the work of the party. And so we have a team that's been doing quite a bit of work. We are going to unveil just the two leaders, the leadership of that team. There's many other members that are part of that team. We may not necessarily have them here, but we are going to unveil the leaders. So I'm going to invite the chairperson of our fundraising team, who is also the Deputy Secretary General of the National Unity Platform, Ms. Aisha Kabanda. I'll also invite Dr. Gordon Sematiko. Okay, just a little bit about these two people. Aisha, the other day we told you everything about her. She's been around as a leader. She's a former RCC of Kampala, and she's really one of our pillars now in the National Unity Platform. And we salute all her efforts. Dr. Gordon Sematiko, he has a lengthy CV. I'll just run through one or two things. He was the publicity secretary of the NRM in Mityana district, and he was secretary NRM in the 8th Parliament, member of Parliament. He was part of the Uganda caucus then. He was the chief pharmacist of Mulago Hospital from 1990 to 2000. He was there for 10 years. He was executive director of the National Drug Authority from 2011 to 2015. He was member of Parliament for Mityana North 2006 to 2011. And that is the Honorable Dr. Gordon Sematiko Kate. I'll just invite the principal to take a picture with them.
N.U.P.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
N.U.P.
People power.
Our power.
I'll invite our team leader to take a picture with them. Please stand in the middle of that money.
People power. Our power.
People power.
N.U.P.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
N.U.P.
Yeah. Take a set the whole hour.
Okay, thank you. So that's the team that is leading the other bulk of the team. There is another team that is doing a lot of behind the scenes work, but this is the leadership team that will be steering that. Let me actually, on that note, invite Comrade Aisha to say one or two things, and then we shall proceed with the program. Comrade, you're welcome.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, today we are here to launch our fundraising campaign, and this is in line with the Political Parties and Organizations Act and the Presidential Elections Act. As you are aware, the chief fundraiser of any campaign is the candidate. On Friday, 22nd August 2020, our colleague, friend, brother, or father. I have to say father, as you may call him, whom I call Mr. President, Honorable Robert Chagulang Sentamu, gracefully accepted to carry the N.U.P presidential flag for and on behalf of the many Ugandans aspiring for change. Thus, he is the chief fundraiser for this election. I will therefore, at an opportune moment, invite him to officially launch our fundraising campaign. But before I do, allow me to make the following remarks. This struggle for change is not a single man's business, but for us all that desire change. We are endowed with unique abilities, qualities, therefore we can play different roles, and all geared at fostering national change of national leadership. Some people are endowed with good speaking, and therefore can make very good spokespersons like my colleague Joel Senyonyi. Others are good activists, like my brother Sejirinya, while others are good organizers, like Comrade Ebyaddala. Others have sacrificed their whole, in other terms, what you can call okuyiwawo omubiri. We are also endowed with different resources. Some have stamina to confront our opponents in any way and have the time to do such a good job they have done, while others, endowed with logistics and financial resources, but do not have the stamina or time or liberty, as some are employed in sensitive public offices or private positions that demand to be seen as apolitical. A synergy of these advantages is which we are looking forward to fostering. We therefore make this call to all brothers and sisters that are not able to physically participate with us as we push for change to contribute by raising funds to facilitate this struggle. No amount of money is too little. For us, therefore, no amount of money, any amount of money counts. You may also contribute in kind, for example, in form of service, t-shirts, fuel, vehicles, motorcycles, to mention but a few. Friends, the young men and women that traverse this country, sensitizing the communities and popularizing our symbol, that is the umbrella, need airtime, data, transport, accommodation, food, water, to mention but a few. The many that are arrested need to be bailed out at exorbitant fees designed by the state just to weaken us. Thanks to the lawyers that have offered pro bono services, that is free services, but also need fuel to reach the courts and other basic points. Many of our colleagues have been injured by the state operatives, some in accidents and have to be treated. Others have been lucky to survive, others have not been lucky to survive the wrath of the dictator of fate. But the livelihood of their families must continue. There are enormous challenges that the foot soldiers go through, but they are determined to carry on until we wear the victor's crown. We pray that the rest of us that cannot play a part that they play, you facilitate the struggle by providing logistics. This campaign is visual campaign. We therefore need a lot of branding, posters, billboards, banners, t-shirts, cabs, airspace on radio, television, and internet, just to mention a few. This campaign needs a lot of fuel to be able to reach people in their respective villages. In short, This so-called scientific campaign needs a lot of money. To illustrate, this is just an illustration. Uganda has 68,733 villages. And assuming that we have only 5 foot soldiers in every village, working only 4 days in a week for the remaining 22 weeks to elections, giving each of them 20,000 shillings to cater for all the expenses that they need and even take care of their homes. You know how meager it is. You need 604 million shillings, 850 plus small money. That's just one activity. This is not meant to threaten you, but it's meant to encourage you to do more. The people we are competing with spend from our national coffers, spending taxpayers' money and misappropriating debts that they have taken on our behalf to be paid for by children and grandchildren in future. While they desire to renew their tenure in office to make another loot of our hand money, we must spend everything that is left to us to salvage our country from heartless people and build a foundation for a better future. Our strength and hope is in our numbers. And that is why we say people power is our power. Raising the money we need to defeat the junta is not rocket science, but just commitment from each one of us. There are 17 million registered people, plus small numbers. We already told you that we shall defeat President Museveni by 80%. Using a conservative approach, we estimate that 30% of the voters will not respond to our fundraising, probably because they do not support us, but also maybe others are too poor to make a contribution. This will leave us with approximately 12.5 million people who will respond to our fundraising call. We assume that if only 1 million Ugandans contribute only 500,000 shillings, and only another 1 million shillings contributes 300,000 shillings, and another 3 million Ugandans contributes only 100,000 shillings, and many of us that have very little contribute 10,000 shillings, we shall be able to contribute 1.175 trillion shillings only from that mass collection. This will lead to a collection of 1.175, I already mentioned that. Putting into consideration the other forms of fundraising, we are hopeful that we shall be able to raise the funds that we need to push President Museveni and his colleagues out of power. We are therefore here to inform Ugandans that the uphill task can be made easy if we all individually play a part that we can. Together, we can send the dictatorship packing decisively and where the gift has gone. We make this promise finally. Every penny you contribute will be put into the use it is meant for. We shall be transparent, rigorous in accounting, frugal in spending, but considerate in the welfare of our party, task force, and the movement of our workers, especially the foot soldiers that you see every day toiling in the field. Thank you once again, Ugandans. Thank you for accepting the change and embracing the change that we desire to see come 2021. For God and my country.
Uganda. Aisha.
Uganda.
Twebaza mwena okutuwagira ebbanga lye mutuwagidde. Twebaza abajja wano ku lutalo tutuula wano nga wabeerawo abantu. Tuli wano olwaleero okubeera nga tutongoza campaign ya okusonda ssente ezigenda okutambuza omulimu gwaffe. Mu kalulu konna Ssaabanoonya w'ensimbi abeera candidate. Tulina omukisa okubategeeza ennaku z'omwezi ga 22 omwezi ogw'omunaana omwaka guno mukwano gwaffe mwannyinaffe Faada. Oba Faada kitegeeza taata Faada akawulira nange nenkayiga agenda nyiga olulimi lwa ggeto. Naye nze gwe mpita pulezidenti wange yakkiriza okutukwatira bendera y'okuwaŋŋanga omusajja Pulezidenti Museveni n'abalala bonna abanajja abalyewo akalulu ka 2024. N'olwekyo ye Ssaabanoonya w'essente zino wabula ffe tukwasaganya wamu okutambuza omulimu guno era ekisa bwe kinaatuuka tugenda kumuyita atongoze mu butongole enkola gye tugenda okukola nga tunoonya ssente. Omulimu guno gw'okunoonya ssente okutambuza ebintu bino tegusaanidde kuba gwa muntu omu yekka, gwaffe ffenna. Tulina omukisa nti tulina ebitone bya njawulo n'obukugu bwa njawulo. Abantu abamu balina omukisa ogw'okuba nga boogera bulungi basobola okulungamya ensonga, abalala balina omukisa ogw'okuba nga basobola okuzoganya so nga ate n'abalala bateesiteesi bulungi. Tufuba okulaba nti buli omu ajja tukolera omulimu gw'asobola okukola. Naye eriyo bannaffe abandyagadde okukola emirimu egyo nga tebasobola kugikola lwakubanga embeera tebakkiriza. Abamu bannaffe bali bweru wa ggwanga, embeera yabasindika bweru. Abalala bali mu ofiisi ezitabasobozesa kukola kubanga bali mu ofiisi ez'obuweereza ze basalawo okugamba nti bo tebajja kwetaba mu byabufuzi. Ne banna bizinensi batya bizinensi zaabwe gavumenti okuziryawo kubanga bw'ovaayo nti obagira ffe abaseera ebisinga abantu baggala bizinensi zaabwe. Kakati tusaba mmwe abatasobola kukola ffe kye tukola mutuyambe tusonde akasente akatambuza omulimu guno. Omulimu guno gwetaaga ssente nnyingiko. Abaana abatambula ne bagenda mu byalo eyo buli kanaku beetaaga ensimbi ezibatambuza, beetaaga ekyokulya n'ekyokunywa ate n'amaka gaabwe babeera bagaleseewo. Abaana baffe bangi babaggadde, babakwatira ebintu ebitaliimu ne babaggalira. Siteeti olw'okwagala okutumalamu amaanyi esalawo n'eteekako emisolo nga minene nnyo gy'oyita bail fees okusobola okubeera nga babajjayo. Ekyo nno kitufuulidde okuba tusaasaanya ssente buwanana. Ne balooyazi abagenda mu kkooti buli kaseera twebaza balooya abo kubanga bakoze omulimu gwa bwereere naye beetaaga amafuta agabatambuza. Ne bannaffe abalala bangi babasse, abo be basse amaka gaabwe obulamu bulina okubeera nga bugenda mu maaso. Kampeyino zino ze basalawo ne bagamba mbu za sayansi zeetaaga ensimbi ndala nnyingi nnyo nnyo kubanga buli kyokola kya ssente. Bw'ogenda ku rediyo zeetaaga ssente, bw'ogenda ku TV zaagala ssente. Abantu tugenda kubatuukako omuntu ku muntu, weetaaga amafuta mangi okutuuka ku bantu baffe. Twetaaga kye bayita okukola branding okubanga omuntu akalulu ajja kakubisa maaso alabako. Nabwekityo twetaaga a lot of posters, banners, ki byonna ebyetaaga bye tukola okubeera nga tubrandinga. Nabwekityo banywanyi tusaba mmwe bannaffe abatafunye mukisa kubeera eno gye tuli tusonde akasente buli omu kaasobodde okusonda. Teri ssente ntono, ssente zonna tuziwa ekitiibwa. Era buli ssente n'ekwatibwako ttiimu yaffe ejja kubaako ne risiiti yaayo. Mu nkola nga bwe munaagiraba abamu tugenda kubawa ne satifikeeti okusinziira ku ssente ze tunaaba tuwadde nga tuwa ekitiibwa ekyo ky'onooba otukoledde. Naye kano kankatereezeemu ensimbi z'otuwa ne satifikeeti ze tunaakuwa tezikufuula wa kitalo nnyo kubanga oyo gw'onooba oyisaamu amaaso alina kyakola gwe kyotakola ki kyotasobola. Tolina muwendo gw'oyinza kusasulira mwana gwe basiba oba gwe bakuba miggo. Kati gwe bw'otuwa $5,000,000 tweyanzizza tukuwa ekitiibwa kwenkanankana n'omwana oyo gwe batimbula emiggo buli lunaku. Kiringa ekizibu tusaana okusonda ezaffe kubanga bali bo bannaffe bagenda kutoola zaffe ze twabawedda. Batoola ku ssente za gavumenti omusolo gwe muwa ne juzi mwawulira omukulu agamba nti ayagala mmotoka za double cabin pickup mpya. Era zonna bazitwala mu field kugenda kubeera nga zitawaanya ffe zizoganya ffe. Nabwekityo twetaaga naffe tweteeketeeke. Bw'oba tetuwadde ssente osobola okutuwa ebintu mu bukalu bwabyo. t-shirts tusoboka posters era waliwo abatuwadde mukama waffe betugenda okwanjulira wano olwaleero abamu ku bo. So ebintu mafuta, emmotoka, pikipiki, kagaali, ky'osobodde kituwe tubeere nga tutwala omusajja kubanga ye tumusobola. Singa nnyingi ennyo naye si nnyingi singa ffenna buli omu akola ky'asobola. Nga bwe tugambye ow'obukadde 10 abuleete, ow'abiri agaleete, ow'akakadde akaleete, ow'omutwalo 10 n'ow'omutwalo 1. Ne bw'onooleeta ekinusu nakyo tujja kukitwala era tukyebaza kubanga ky'olooba osobodde. N'ebigambo ebyo ndowooza nsobodde okukyusa byonna. Twagala okubeebaza mmwe ddala ababeerawo nnyo ku bwaffe gye tutabeera, ne twebaza ne bannamawulire okutambuzanga eddoboozi lyaffe, ne twebaza n'abo bagenda okutuwa ku nsimbi. Mpozi commitment gye tukoze nti ensimbi zammwe tugenda zikozesa ekyo kyennyini kyemwagala zikole, era tubejja kubeera nga tubawanga accountability ku ebyo bye tusobodde okukola okusinziira ku mbeera ku nsimbi ze tubeera tufunye. N'ebigambo ebyo ku lwa Katonda n'ensi yange Katonda tumusaba atuwe obuwanguzi 2020. Kati mu kaseera kano tugenda kuyita mukama waffe ajje to unveil oyo olutimba olwo luliko ezimu ku activities zetugenda okukola. Abamuyambako bajje bamuyambe tutumulule olutimba olwo lukuke wansi. Oluvannyuma agenda kukola that symbolic action. Of course Kyagulanyi ye ataddemu buli kimu n'obulamu bwe yabuteekamu ne ssente azitaddemu, n'agenda kukola that symbolic action okuteeka mu ssente yaffe, agenda kubikkula atuteeremu oluvannyuma lw'okubeera ng'abikkula olutimba olwo. Kati tusaba ba ashers baffe mujje mutumulule baana yaffe ebeere ng'ekka wansi. Our team of ushers come and hold our principal. Tugenda kujja bannange abagula kaadi twebaza abaguze kaadi abagamba nti nze nyina emitwalo 10 gye mba mumpaamu kaadi nammwe tubebaza. Era ttiimu yaffe ejjeeyo mu byalo okubeera nga bw'otuwa emitwalo 10 oba 5 tukuwa kaadi ya membership nga tugatta ku mulimu ogukolebwa mu kitongole kyaffe.
Okay, thank you, Aisha. The principal is going to be joined by the team that's going to be going to the field to do the fundraising. Let's invite them so that he can commission them as he unveils this as well.
Let's go on side.
So when those smart young ladies and young men come to you, Rina and Hakim, I see they are very smart. Please welcome them. How is that? People power. Our power.
People power.
N.U.P.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
N.U.P.
abantu bakula batya bannaye bakula batya balina magezi.
So our team leader, Honorable Kyagulanyi, is okay, that's the safe where money is going to be kept. And he's going to make the first contribution of 10,000 shillings. We shall see whether he'll put 10,000 for himself and maybe another 10,000 for his wife. I don't know.
But this is for my wife.
Okay.
And this is for me.
Okay.
The children are not employed yet.
The father Aisha has also put her 10,000. Maybe she'll put later for her husband, but for her she'll put for herself. Dr. Gordon Semati was also putting his 10,000. Maybe he has even given us change to make our work easier. Okay, thank you. So this is the team that is going to be out there in the field.
They will always be in uniform.
Come again?
They will always be in uniform.
Yes, I understand they will be always be smartly clad in this attire of theirs. Maybe you can have a photo opportunity together with the team leader and them.
Mike, kama sikike madhara.
Okay, so
People
the
power. People power. Our power. N.U.P. is our party. N.U.P. is our party. N.U.P. is our power. People power is our power. The umbrella is our symbol. The umbrella is our symbol. The umbrella is our symbol.
Okay, thank you, Comrade Aisha and team. Let's appreciate them with another hand. We have a lot of trust in you, Comrade Aisha and team, and we are looking forward to that money coming through. So, as you have seen, Muda is 10,000 in Ghetto language, but you're welcome to give much more than 10,000 shillings such that the campaign process can be easy in every respect. Understand that Aisha and her team also set aside some tea, and that tea is at a fee, also contributing to the fundraising process. So afterwards, feel free to go and grab some tea and a bite. And all the others that have specific contributions that you'd like to make, please see Comrade Aisha. We shall take note of them and see how the fundraising activity continues to go. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of days back, we did give notice to the country that we had opened up the process for those that would like to run for the presidential flag bearer of N.U.P, to run for president of Uganda under the National Unity Platform. Notice was put out in the newspapers, and that process ran from 14th to 21st. And by closure of day, on Friday 21st, only one individual had picked and returned those forms to get the flag of N.U.P to run for President of the Republic of Uganda. And so today, as the National Unity Platform, would like to unveil to the country the person who's going to be holding the flag for the National Unity Platform running for President of the Republic of Uganda, the Honorable Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert, and let me invite him to come and speak to us.
Thank you very much, Comrade Joya. People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
N.U.P.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
N.U.P.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I first want to salute our comrades that just returned from prison. I don't have the list with me here, but I know among them we had the Guild President of Makerere University, Katerega Julius.
N.U.P. Everywhere. N.U.P. Everywhere. Everywhere. N.U.P.
I welcome you, comrades. That's a price we must pay for our freedom and for the freedom of many other Ugandans. I also want to welcome the new entrants. Welcome to the National Unity Platform.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
N.U.P.
Feel free. For us, we don't have new and old members. We have Ugandans. And in the National Unity Platform, we are all equal. We respect everybody. And everybody is well deserving. Be confident and continue being patriotic. I also want to welcome all of us from the recently concluded youth elections. Ladies and gentlemen, I must congratulate all of us because it was just about 2 weeks after unveiling the National Unity Platform. But almost everywhere we fronted candidates, we won. Everywhere. You notice that this has more or less been an NRM affair for the last 34 years. I personally had not seen the opposition fronting candidates, and yes, it seemed many times that like I said, an NRM affair. Also seeing PISOs and government operatives just fitting names of their preferred leaders in those positions. But just 2 weeks after we unveiled the National Unity Platform, we gave the NRM government a run for their money. I want to congratulate all of us. I want to believe that if we had the ability, if we were ready, and indeed if we fronted candidates all around the country, this would have been a resounding win for us. Now this is supposed to be a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. We must have candidates everywhere on all elective positions. And yes, we must be united. We must speak with one voice. We notice a lot of confusion, like our spokesperson has already noted, in those youth elections. It was an eye-opener for us. One, that we have among us people that join us not with the intention of ousting the dictatorship, but with other motives. That's supposed to open our eyes even wider. But again, I want to salute the young men and women that stood their ground. That explains why comrades like Katerega have been in prison, because they stood in the way of the dictatorship. Ladies and gentlemen, we met the Electoral Commission yesterday and raised all the concerns. Concerns like RDCs and other security operatives taking the role of the Electoral Commission, denominating our candidates, and even in other instances where we had candidates that won, those that were running the elections refused to give them the declaration of results forms. We continue to put the Electoral Commission on notice, and we told them face to face that Ugandans are not going to sit back and accept those irregularities. They should be aware that all the troubles that Uganda has gone through were majorly caused by bad elections. So they should be reminded that this time around, this generation is much younger, much stronger, and much more resolved not to take that nonsense. Ladies and gentlemen, when we made the Electoral Commission, we also raised the concern of constant blockages of our events while NRM candidates and leaders are having rallies and meetings everywhere. Our meetings have continued to be disrupted, even when we are a legally registered political entity. You all know that in Mubende, radio stations were closed to block us from speaking on them. In Mbarara, radio stations were blocked by the police and informed that police has to clear them before they can host us. And yes, in Bali they blocked us and we took them to court. And as a matter of fact, tomorrow we shall be in Bali and we expect the Inspector General of Police, the RDC, and all other security personalities that were involved in that injustice. We expect them in court tomorrow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, having had a very good signal from the recently concluded youth elections, I want to call upon the young people of Uganda to get involved even deeper in this, our struggle. For those of you that still doubt your abilities, now you know that people are on our side. Don't be shy. Challenge for leadership in all positions. Ladies and gentlemen, many of you heard the remarks, the unfortunate remarks of President Yoweri Museveni when he was commissioning the new security personalities. He, courtesy maybe of the forgetfulness that is caused by many things, his age inclusive, he is not able to remember the lies that he told yesterday. After I and many other comrades were badly tortured to near death in Arua, he came out and denied vehemently that we had not been beaten. But because we are serving a God that never sleeps, he came out without any compulsion to say the truth and the whole truth. He came out to tell the world that I was beaten, and I was beaten very well. That I was beaten properly in the right way. That is the President of Uganda. I thank God that we did not have to push him to say the truth. But again, I thank God even further because he gave evidence to the world. After we were arrested, we were charged with treason. His government shamelessly paraded machine guns and claimed that those guns were got from my hotel room. But now he came out and said the truth, and I hope our courts will use that as part of evidence. And I want to inform you that we are going to use that as part of evidence to take Mr. Museveni to the International Criminal Court. Our lawyers here in Uganda, here in Africa and internationally are busy building a case, and we shall be informing you. But again, I must tell you that we shall also take him to the domestic courts because the crime that he and his thugs committed are crimes internationally, and yes, they are crimes locally. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to commission our fundraising. I thank Comrade Aisha Kabanda and her team for the work, for the job that they've been doing and continue to do. And it's on that note that I want to ask all of you, ladies and gentlemen, here in Uganda and abroad, to be part of this. Banange muchiberemu, mutubereremu, tuliyala. We don't have the money that we need, but at least we have the resolve and we have the zeal. For a long time, we did not necessarily need so much money, but now that the campaigns are almost officially beginning, we shall need money. We shall need fuel, we shall need posters, we shall need food, and we do not work because all our businesses have been blocked by the regime. We are going to use all legal and moral means of fundraising, from selling our paraphernalia to sweet talking you, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that you own this, because this is not about us alone. It's not about the National Unity Platform alone. It's about Uganda. It's about the generations to come. It is a people's struggle. While our oppressors are using our own money to ensure that we don't reach out to you, to ensure that we are grounded, we want to use the love and support that we have from you, ladies and gentlemen. So please be part of this. You can start with what you have. Yes, we are calling our campaign Mudaku Muda, Oba Chidaku Chida, Oba Waya ku Waya, Oba Mutwalu ku Mutwalu. But I know that we have many patriotic Ugandans, many of them that cannot even come out in the public, but they love the country, they support the struggle, and they want to be with us. Kindly reach out to Comrade Aisha Kabanda or to any of the leaders from the People Power Movement and the National Unity Platform to see that you help. We know that many of you can offer much more than 10,000. Please do what you can do and do all you can do. This was addressed, but I want to address it even further. That we have gotten reports from the field, reports of confusion, sadly, by many people that purport to be members of the National Unity Platform. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the National Unity Platform. This platform or political party was launched recently because there was every effort to confuse us. We launched this platform to avoid confusion, so we hope it will not create more confusion. Because we did not have a uniform symbol, and many of our comrades were facing challenges. And yes, even the dictatorship was intending to use that weakness, fronting candidates that are sponsored by the regime and then presenting them as people power candidates. But also failing to notice who is one of us and who is not. And that is why we broke that symbol. We salute all the members that joined from inception, the members that joined much later, and the members that are joining now. And we even salute in advance the members that will join us moving forward. My message to you, comrades, is that according to the laws of Uganda, you can only belong to one political party. So because you can only belong to one political party, we would not encourage the members that have one leg in N.U.P and another leg elsewhere. I've said it before and I will say it again, that you are either N.U.P or you are not. Having said that, we respect and continue to work together with all other political formations seeking for change in Uganda. We have a clear understanding with comrades that we are working with. For example, comrades from JEMA led by Comrade Asumani Vasalirwa, we intend to have an understanding with our brothers and sisters from the FDC. We intend to have an understanding with our brothers and sisters from the ANT. And yes, we intend to have an understanding with our brothers and sisters from the Democratic Party, those that are still there. What should be clear is that you should be confident and clear where you stand. It's okay not to belong to N.U.P. We can work together with love, trust, and respect from where you are. However, if you join the National Unity Platform, kindly be with the National Unity Platform. You cannot belong to two political formations, and that will help to ease the confusion that has been ongoing, ladies and gentlemen. Last but not least, I want to encourage our brothers and sisters that we have been working with all along not to feel sidelined, not to feel intimidated by our brothers and sisters that join us. We are together, we are the same. But again, we've said it before and we say it again, that we shall see and judge everybody by their actions. It is not just enough to say, I am people power. It is not enough to say, I'm N.U.P. We judge people not by their words, not by what they wear, but by their actions. Now, while I'm welcoming the new Election Management Committee, I have just a brief message for you, ladies and gentlemen. Do not discriminate. Do not discriminate candidates according to their age, according to their financial status, or according to their social stand. Every Ugandan is equal. Every Ugandan is entitled. We started by saying that people power is our power. It is not up to the politicians to decide for the people. It is for the people to decide for the people. We have no power if we don't have the people by our side. So do not discriminate. Do not sideline anyone. 2, do not allow fake leaders. Take time to look out who is real and who is not. If you are working with the Election Management Committee of the National Unity Platform, look out for candidates that are National Unity Platform, both outside and inside. And finally, please, corruption is one of the vices that we are fighting. So do not take bribes. I repeat, do not take bribes from candidates. And to you candidates, do not give bribes to anybody. We are against corruption in the struggle as we will be against corruption when we take power. And yes, we shall deal with corrupt leaders in the struggle the same way we shall deal with corrupt leaders when we take power. I thank you for God and my country. Basebo ne banyabo tusanyuse obalaba njagala nnyo okutandika n'okwebaza bannamawulire baganda baffe mmwe abatuyamba okwongerayo eddoboozi lyaffe okutuuka ku bannaffe abatasobola kubeera naffe baleero. Njagala okutandika nga nkulisaayo baganda baffe mwenna mu kulonda kw'abavubuka okwakaggwa. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale edda kulaga maanyi. Ekibiina kyaffe kya National Unity Platform zaabadde tezinawera na wiiki 2 nga tukirangiridde, naye buli we twatadde candidate ebitundu ebisinga twawangudde. Twabaliridde nga bakandidate be twataddewo mu bitundu by'eggwanga ebitono bye twasobodde okutuukamu mu kabanga akakatono aka wiiki 2 nga twawangudde n'ebitundu 97 ku 100. Ekyo kitegeeza abaganda bange kisinga tuba tweteeseteese bulungi ne tuteeka abakandidate mu buli kifo, tusobola okuwangula eggwanga lyonna n'ebitundu ebisukka mu 9 mu buli 10. Kituyigiriza ki? Kituyigiriza nti tulina okweteekateeka. Oba twasobodde okukuba gavumenti erina ssente z'eggwanga lyonna ekozesa abakuumaddembe okumenya amateeka n'okututulugunya, gavumenti emaze mu buyinza emyaka 34, oba twasobodde okugizoganya bwe tutyo, mulowooza tusobola kukola ki nga tweteeseteese bulungi nga tulina bakandidate mu buli kifo? N'olw'ensonga eyo, ekyo kitulage twetaaga okubeera ne bakandidate ba N.U.P mu buli kifo kyonna. Era bwe tunaaba tukwataganye ne bannaffe ab'ebibiina ebirala, at least tulina okubeera ne candidate wa opposition mu buli kifo kyonna ekirondebwako wano mu Uganda. Twategedde nti wabaddewo n'okukyankalana oba n'okubuzaabuzibwa ekyennaku nga kikolebwa abamu ku bannaffe ababadde bagidde mu kifaananyi kya N.U.P. ekyo nno nsindika obubaka bonna bonna gye bali. Twasalawo okukolaganira mu manvuuli eya National Unity Platform era tulina okukola ffenna ebitugatta. Tujja genda mu maaso nga tubalabira ku bikolwa byammwe bassebo ne bannyabo. Njagala mu ngeri ey'enjawulo okulisaayo baganda baffe bato baffe be baakwata nga balemeddeko nga baagala amazima n'obwenkanya mu kalulu k'abavubuka. Kulisaayo muganda waffe Julius Katerega, Guild President w'Emakerere ne banno bonna mwembadde mu nkomyo, mwebale kuba bagumu, mwebale butakkiriza, mugende mu maaso nga temukkiriza nga mukola ey'emputtu ennungi ne Katonda gy'ayagala. Basebo ne bannyabo, njagala okwogera ku bulumbaganyi bwe tubadde tufuna nga buva mu bitongole ebikuumaddembe nga biraga kyekubiira. Bangi mukimanyi si newankubadde nga akakiiko k'ebyokulonda kagamba nti tugenda kubeera na ze bayita scientific campaign, tetugenda kwesa radio na TV. Ne mulabye buli bwe tugenze emirundi mitono nnyo ku radio ne twogera amazima, abantu ne bagukanya amaaso. Poliisi n'ebitongole ebikuumaddembe byonna bivuddeyo ate ne bimenya amateeka mu ngeri eswaze ennyo, ne batulemesa n'okugenda ku zi radio station. Mwalaba kye bakola Mubende nti basiba amakubo gonna ne radio ne baziggyako. Mwalaba kye bakola Embaale era twabaloopa mu kooti. Era olunaku lw'enkya tusuubira Inspector General wa Poliisi n'abo bonna bonna abamenyi b'amateeka nga mwe muli ba RDC ne ba RPC ne DPC okubeera mu kooti Embaale enkya. Mwawulira Embalala titwabadde tulina okugenda Embalala ku radio naye bagenze ne batiisatiisa abananyini radio bonna ne bagamba poliisi erina okubawa obuyinza. Of course ekyo tekiri mu mateeka, of course kimenya mateeka, naye nga bwe tuze tubagamba nti poliisi yaffe n'amagye n'ebitongole bye n'ebikuumaddembe President Museveni abikozesa kumenya amateeka, kuba ye amanyi akaddiye ayinza obutabaawo nga bo basasulira ebyo ebikolobero byabalagidde okukola. Basebo ne bannyabo, mu mbeera y'emu njagala okunga mwenna abavubuka nti sampo gye twalabye mu kulonda kw'abavubuka njagala balage nti tulina obuwagizi bw'amaanyi nnyo, naye nammwe temututiirira ate temwetiiririra. Mwenyigire mu bukulembeze, mubeeyo mwesimbewo, temutya, mubeeyo mwesimbewo, mukiikirire abantu kubanga eryo ddembe lyammwe. Tuzenga tukibagamba era tujagenda maaso tukibagambe. Newankubadde okuleeta foomu n'ozikomyawo kwakomekerezeddwa, naye nja kusuubira nti oba oliawo kyapasoni waffe Mukyala Mase Walukamba n'akakiiko ke banakitunulamu okumekinga sure nti ne bannayuganda bannaffe abaakamanya omulama gwe tuliko okwetula eggwanga baweebwa omukisa. Tumekinga sure buli kifo tulinako candidate, either ffe nga N.U.P oba ffe nga opposition. Mwalabye era n'enkola y'abakuumaddembe, enkola ya gavumenti bwebadde nga aba NRM, baminisita, ba MP n'abakulembeze abalala nga bo babadde bagenda mu maaso n'okola enkuŋŋaana zaabwe, naye nga ffe tebatukkiriza kusinkana okuleka wano wokka ku headquarter yaffe. Tebatukkiriza kusinkana enkuŋŋaana zaffe bazoonoona, bazikubamu tiyagasi, bazikubamu amasasi n'okusiba bannaffe. Naye ate nga ba NRM bo bagenda mu maaso n'okola campaign, bagenda mu maaso n'okola meeting zaabwe. Era twatuukiridde akakiiko k'ebyokulonda olunaku lwa jjo, ensonga ezo ne tuzibategeeza. Ne tubajjukiza nti twabawandiikira dda nga twagala abazigazeetinge oba balangirire akabonero kaffe akamanvuuli akali mu langi zaffe esatu, langi emmyufu, langi enjeru ne langi eya kibululu. Naye nga bwe badde enkola yaabwe bwe bakola kyekimu mu kutulemesa mu kuwebuzaabuza tulemese bukola consultation, ne leero bwe kyafaananye naye twabatuukiridde ne tukibaatulira tubona. Ne tubategeeza n'obategeeza nti si kya bwenkanya okulaga kyekubira bo okuvaayo ne beefuula abalwanagana naffe olw'okukozesa langi yaffe emyufu ate nga tugikozesa mu mateeka. Era baatusuubiza mu Nambiro bagenda kitunamu okulaba nga akabonero kaffe katongozebwa basebo ne bannyabo. Mpozi ensonga endala enkulu gye mbadde njagala okwogerako y'ensonga y'ebigambo by'omukulembeze w'eggwanga President Yoweri Museveni byavuddeyo olunaku lwajjo n'ayasanguza nga tewali amusunye tewali amukase, naye oluvannyuma lwa ebiseera gye biyiseeko bwe baatukwata ne batulugunya ne batugumbula muganda waffe Yasini Kawuma ne bakuba n'okutulugunya bannayuganda bangi abatali musango. President Museveni avaayo ne yeegaana nga akanudde amaaso n'agamba tebannaba tukubako, tebannaba tukolako kyabulabe kyonna. Naye era engeri gye tusinza Katonda ateebaka, era Katonda yamuggyeeyo amazima n'agafuula empiso ne gamufumita n'avaayo n'abyasanguza nga tewali amukase, n'agamba kituufu aba SFC abakumi abamukuma bankuba, era n'annyonnyola nti bankuba bulungi nnyo nga bwe yali ayagala. Kaakati nno njagala obajjukiza basebo ne bannyabo nti newankubadde baali batuteekako emisango, nze ng'omuntu banteekako omusango ogw'okulya musa olukwe, banteekako omusango ogw'okukwatibwa n'emmundu makiini gandi 2 era ne bazireeta ne baziteekaawo, newankubadde ezo emmundu ezaalina okuba emmundu zange simanyi gye zaalaga.
Yes.
Kaakati tusuubira gye kkooti ya Uganda efunye obujulizi obuli kiriya, era njagala obategeeza nti obwo bwe bumu ku bujulizi bwe tugenda okukozesa nga tutwala mwami Museveni mu kkooti y'ensi yonna okunnyonnyola emisango eyo. Bannamateeka baffe wano mu Uganda, bannamateeka baffe ku lukalu lwa Afrika ne bannamateeka baffe okwetooloola ensi yonna bali mu kuteekateeka okutwala mwami Museveni mu kkooti y'ensi yonna n'okutwala ensonga zaffe mu United Nations oba mu kakiiko ak'ensi yonna oba mu kakiiko ak'amawanga amagatte. Naye era njagala okubategeeza nti ne wano newankubadde kkooti zaffe tezeetengeredde, tugenda kutwala omusango ku mwami Museveni mu kkooti eza wano, kubanga bwe mumanyi omusango teguvunda. Lazima ye ne banne bwe bakola ebikolobero bajja kisasulira ekyo kye bakola n'ebikolobero bye bagenze maaso okukola. Ndi musanyufu baganda bange olwaleero okutongoza okusonda kwaffe okwa ssente. Njagala kwebaza munaffe Aisha Kabanda ne Dr. Sematiko ne akakiiko konna bwe musonda ssente eza kaweefube ono. Njagala n'okozesa omukisa guno okubakunga mwenna bannayuganda bannaffe abali wano n'abali bweru w'eggwanga okwenyigiramu ono kaweefube, kuba tetulina ssente ate bye tugenda okutandika okukola kati bigenda kwetaaga nnyo ssente. Tukimanyi nti gye buvuddeko ebbanga ddene tubadde tetwetaaga ssente. Mwe basebo ne bannyabo mutusanga eyo mu kkubo, mutusanga ku zi petrol station nga tuteekamu amafuta ag'obwendo, tuteekamu 1,000, tuteekamu 15,000 ne mugamba abajuzeewo nga temwagala nansi etegere nti mwe mutuyambi. Tumanyi gye muli eyo basebo ne bannyabo abasobola okutusondera ne ssente ezisukka 1,000. Tubasaba mugende maaso nga mutuukirira akulira akakiiko kaffe akasonda ssente Aisha Kabanda, nga naffe abakulembeze mutuukirira ababa babanguyidde. Tumanyi nti gye muli bannayuganda abatayagala nakwerabisa, abatayagala nansi etegere nti nammwe mwasonze. Twaniriza obuyambi obwo baganda bange kubanga tubwetaaga. Twetaaga posta, twetaaga amafuta, twetaaga okuliisa bannaffe ababeera mu field, twetaaga ebintu bingi nnyo. Era tujja kusonda ssente zino nga tuyita mu nkuŋŋaana ezitali zimu, nga tuyita mu kutunda amajolobero gaffe, enkofiira n'ebirala ebifaanana ng'ebyo, naye nga tuyita ne mu kutuukirira mmwe bakinoomu basebo ne bannyabo. Nammwe abasobola kutusondera ku mobile money tubasaba mutusondereko. Manyi nti Aisha yategeseewo n'ebyokunywa n'ebyokulya byetugenda okutunda wano leero, tusonde ssente ezo. Era nange bwe naaba nfunye omukisa, ng'oli awo nange nja kuwaayo ekyebiri nkulireyo mwami Kidandala Katonda asobole okukola emirimu gye bulungi. Mpozi ekimu ku bisembayo baganda baffe, njagala okwogera ku bulugu abaddewo oba akyagenda mu maaso eyo mu field. Ekyennaku nga bulugu oyo ebiseera ebimu ava ku bannaffe abajja ng'aba people power oba ng'aba N.U.P, naye ate ne bateekawo obutakwatagana mu bannaffe. Omwogezi waffe akyogeddeko, nakyogerako luli era nja kuddamu nkyogereko. Kibannange mu mateeka gaffe manyi ffe tugoberera nnyo amateeka. Mu mateeka tosobola kubeera memba wa bibiina bibiri. Tosobola kubeera nga okugulu okumu kuli mu National Unity Platform ate ng'okugulu okulala kuli walala. Kale nno njagala okukozesa guno omukisa kukyogera mu ddoboozi eritali mu kwebuzaabuza ti either oli memba wa N.U.P oba toli. Kankiddemu, either oli memba wa N.U.P oba toli. Tosobola kubeera ng'okugulu okumu kuli mu National Unity Platform ate ng'okugulu okumu kuli walala. Ffenna tulina gye twava, abamu nga tetulina bibiina, abalala nga twazaalibwa mu bibiina birala, abalala ng'ebibiina gye tuli tebitukiikirira bulungi. Ensonga lwaki twakwatagana nga tumanyi nti amaanyi gaffe gali mu bantu. Naye kubanga twalina obuzibu nga tetusobola kuba n'akabonero kamu ne tutandika National Unity Platform. Era tusaba mwenna baganda baffe mubeere clear eyo gye mubeera. Si nti musango obutabeera memba wa N.U.P era tekitegeeza nti tetugenda kukolagana na muntu atali memba wa National Unity Platform. Tuze tukolagana ne baganda baffe bonna abaagala enkyukakyuka era tetukyusangako tugendagendera ku mulama gwe gumu. Ekyokulabirako tulina baganda baffe abali mu bibiina ebirala naye nga tuze tutambulira wamu. Tulina enteekateeka gye tujja obbanjulira gye bujja ey'okukwatagana ne baganda baffe abo nga bali mu bibiina byabwe. Naye era nabo kijja kwetagisa okubeera very clear obutabuzaabuza abantu so that tewali alira munne munda naye ffenna tudiringa wamu mu bwesimbu, mu mazima era ne mu bwerufu. Kale nno ekyo njagadde kibeere very clear baganda baffe mwenna. Njagala mpozi mu kiseera kye kimu okuzaamu mwenna baganda baffe amaanyi. Bamembazi abali bamemba okuva edda, bamembazi abatweyungako oluvannyuma ne bamembazi abagenda otweyungako gye bujja. Ti ffenna twenkanankana. Kiddamu ffenna twenkanankana. Ffenna tulina obuvunaanyizibwa bwe bumu era ffenna tugenda kuyisibwa kyekimu. Tewali gwe tugenda kusukkulumya ku munne ate gwe tewali gwe tugenda kukakanya ku munne. So basaba mwenna musigale ku mulamwa ate tusigale nga tulina ekiruubirirwa kyaffe. Njagala okwaniriza akakiiko akakola ku byokulonda akalangiriddwa wano era buno bubaka bwange gye muli. Baganda baffe mwe mutambula n'ekifaananyi kyaffe bye balaba mukola bye bigenda otukiikirira era bye bigenda okulaga abantu National Unity Platform efaanana etya munda. N'olw'ensonga eyo mutambulire mu bwesimbu, mutambulire mu bwerufu, mulage obukulembeze obwo bwe mwagala okulabako nga Museveni amaze okugenda ate ng'agenda mu kiseera ekitali kya wala. Tubasaba temusosola mu bakulembeze, temusosola mu bakandidate besimbyewo oba baagala kwesimbawo. Temubasosolera ku myaka gyabwe, temubasosolera ku kikula kyabwe nti ono mwami ono mukyala, temubasosolera ku nfuna yaabwe nti ono ayina ono tayina, temubasosolera ku standard yaabwe mu community nti ono M.P ono tali, ono chairman ono tali, ono ayina ekifo ono tali. Ffenna twenkanankana. Ekyo njagala kibeere clear eri ffenna basebo ne bannyabo. Ekirala njagala obbasaba muleme kugulumiza candidate yenna ku banne ate muleme kutowaza candidate yenna ku banne. Pozi n'ekirala ate nga kino kikulu nnyo, tulwanyisa enguzi nga tukyali mu lutalo luno era tujja girwanyisa nga tutute gavumenti. Tubasaba temuli enguzi, tubasaba temusaba abantu ekyoja mimiro. Munansonyiwa nti bino ebintu mbyogedde direct, naye ne bwe nabeera president nja bibagambanga direct. Temusaba muntu yonna kyoja mimiro kubanga tekiri kummwe, kiri eri bantu. Ate nammwe bakandidate temuwayo ekyoja mimiro kubanga mwe mujja okuba mufudde abakola akakiiko abali b'enguzi. Tukole ekyo bannayuganda kye batusuubira okukola baganda bantu, kubanga abantu batwesize nnyo, eggwanga litwesize nnyo. Tubeere abakulembeze abo be twagala okubeera, ate n'abo abatulabirako basobole okufuna ekifaananyi ekirungi. Nja beebaza okumpuliriza bassebo ne bannyabo. Nja kumaliriza era nga neebaza nate abateesiteesi ku fundraising team yaffe. Nasuubiza okugulira mwami Kidandala akatunda ka mitwalo 2. Njagala okusaba mukyala Aisha akkirize nange ndage nti nakolamu guleyo akatunda ako basebo ne bannyabo. Era namwe basebo ne bannyabo abasobola oba beesobola tubasaba muwagire kawefube ono
akatunda ka Kidandala
kuba nenyo okumpuliriza basebo ne bannyabo definitely kulwa Katonda n'ensi yange. Sebo webale omula Kidandala nti olikyali bwange ozekase ojja kunjukira sebo mugaggabo kabakuwata akatunda ako. Thank you, Honorable Jagulanyi, for that address. Along the way, we were joined by one of the election management committee members that we unveiled. She hadn't come yet. She's not too well, but she's here. Kwagala Angel. Let me request you to stand kindly. She works with the help of... You're welcome. We unveiled the rest of the team while you were away, so it was good to take note of your coming here. Kindly sit. I understand we also have a team that came all the way from Kayunga. A number of them, I understand, have been members of the NRM, but they want to cross over to the National Unity Platform. We'll do this in 2 minutes. I request you to kindly come, all of you, that team, to take a picture with our team leader, and then we'll proceed and wrap up the program as we shall let you know. So the team from Kayunga, kindly come.
N.U.P. everywhere, everywhere. N.U.P. N.U.P. everywhere, everywhere. N.U.P. N.U.P. everywhere, everywhere. N.U.P. Kayunga. N.U.P. Masaka. N.U.P. Arua. N.U.P. Chindoto. N.U.P. Kale. N.U.P. 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 everywhere, everywhere.
bakolemu tiimu 2. Fakti 3. Yeah. bakolemu 3
bamala otya bamala abo kwesero nakubona abantu 5 mu kifaananyi.
Natuwereddewo kaadi abadde chief whip wa district Timber Councillors Musemyalo Fred matigadi Okay, let me just read the names quickly. We have Maweje Robina, Mudu Aulira, Mayanja Sulaiman, Kasule Jimmy, Sentongo Isma, Nachiyinji Shalifa, Kaya Timothy, Kuona Hamidu, Hawa Nacheswa, Naliku Agadu, Nakwede Harriet, Isaso House, Katolu Wemba, Jibugwe Dennis, Asasha Samuel, Sevana Stephen, Mogeza Susan, Subuga Ronald, Wabye Dennis, Jabo Francis, Sengova Fred, Senyimba Francis, Osambo Ben Moses, Nachibanda Emmanuel, Kaya Timothy, Galiwango Fred, Dogu Isaiah, Usama Mutebi, Serubiri Patrick. These are the ones that are crossed over from the NRM.
Everywhere! Everywhere!
N.U.P.
N.U.P.
Everywhere!
N.U.P.
Everywhere!
N.U.P.
Everywhere!
Everywhere!
N.U.P.
Ekayunga!
N.U.P.
Everywhere!
N.U.P.
Ekayunga!
N.U.P.
Okay. So, of course, they have been accompanied by others who, I don't know if they were also in NRM. Honorable Katongolo Mtongole. But it's part of us. Let me invite our team leader to come and stand where the ladies especially are, so that this picture is taken. More in peace. Holy White Lamb.
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
People power.
N.U.P.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
N.U.P.
Chakula nyoy! Chakula nyoy! Bobi oye! Bobi oye! Yetta nyoy! Yetta chilebe goye! Si! Cha!
Okay, thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I said anyway from NRM, there were some from FTC. I saw Nakwede Harriet, still the previous in the FTC ticket. So we have a good number of them. Okay, so the other team. Where are the ladies in this team? Let me buy that one. They are quite many, but we'll still do it.
People power. Our power.
People power.
N.U.P.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
N.U.P.
Okay. Thank you, the team from Kayunga. Please invite the others to come on board. All right, we want to wrap up, but we're going to wrap up this way. Now that we unveiled the fundraiser, there are people who are already showing cause. They have already among 6 people
Questions,
made
Joel.
contributions. So I'm going to invite Comrade Aisha to quickly read out their names, and the principal will hand over the certificates to them.
Joe, questions?
We'll do the questions immediately after this.
We want to thank those that have generously contributed instantly. And the principal wants to inform you that there are people who had brought things in time. One brought and the other brought t-shirts. And we shall provide them. To receive their certificate, being able to quantify that in money terms, what it means. So we shall invite them to come and receive their certificates from you. So I will first start by Nakonde. Nakonde Norina should be here with us. Mr. Principal, can I invite you, sir? Nakonde has donated to us 100 t-shirts. Can you bring t-shirts? I beg your pardon, she has donated to us 100 t-shirts branded, collar t-shirts. And that's the sample of the t-shirts that she has donated to us.
Honorable, we'll use this background of the donation. This background of the fundraising. Yeah, sure.
She came along with her dad, Tata Wafe. Tata Wanakonde, when you are quick, he comes, he's there. Can I also invite Mr. Magulu Sembuya, one who has donated to us 20,000 posters. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I now quickly invite those that have donated to us t-shirts, rather money today. At an opportune moment, Principal shall request that you allow us to drop in our Muda Kuboda. People are looking forward to dropping in money. But can we start with people who have donated to us money that needs handing over a t-shirt? OHT was Sebalamu Moses. You are welcome. Come and receive your certificate. Sars Godfrey, you are welcome. Come and receive your certificate. N.U.P. The people I'm reading have contributed more than 100,000 shillings. Some of them have contributed much more money, but for purposes of not wanting to reduce some of us, I am reserving the amount. Sazi Godfrey, all the way from Gomba. N.U.P. Musoke has also contributed money that's worth a certificate. Nyeko Derek, the matching man, is also here with us. He has contributed. Suga Hassan. I beg your pardon, Suga will receive a receipt, not a certificate. Waswa Mwanje. Waswa Mwanje. Mr. Mbereza Zake. Beraze Zeki. Mr. Serunjoji Samuel.
People power, power.
Semaganda Nicholas. Thank you so much, members, for your generous contributions. Farid Nakabugo. Owekitiibwa Kawalya Abubeka. Shafiq Semju. And by the way, after this exercise, we have our tea. The principal set an example by buying one of us a cup of tea. So another one has taken a lesson is buying 5 cups. A cup of tea is 20,000 shillings. Normally, I put it there, but will that take care of me and Joel and my business? Okay,
People power.
Farida Nakabugo, I read her name. Shafiq Semju. Shafiq Semju is one of the people that we are unveiled today. He's one of the rally drivers. Semju. Oh, Farida Nakabugo is excited by meeting the principal and being so close to him. We're going to increase the value of your certificate. Katerega Isaac. Katerega Isaac is not here with us. He's in the USA. He's watching online. So when he saw us launch this campaign, he contributed money also to receive a certificate. Katerega Isaac, all the way from the USA, Ebyaddala. Emmanuel Solonjeji, Owekitiibwa Mayor,
People power. Our power.
Our secretariat, please bring our
Kayunga oye! Janjalu South oye! Muchibi oye!
as we take our seats.
Uganda whistleblowers. Uganda whistleblowers.
Kabito Alex, Chirumira Hassan, Sekabira Dennis,
People power.
and Nabatan Farida. Nabatan Farida is a member of the People Power.
Everywhere.
The Whistleblowers Association, we have Abambade Black, Abanyumye, They will take a photograph with our principal and here is their certificate.
Uganda People power.
Era okuva mu Uganda Whistleblowers omulanga guno tweyamye n'okudduukirira emiliyoni namba eya Uganda nga tugenda kuwaayo emitwalo 40 gya buliwo nga kwe tuli ne certificate eno ya mitwalo 10 emitwalo 3 gigino mu cash emitwalo 3 gigino mu cash 10 gye twaguzeeko certificate emitwalo 6 ngenda gireeta oluvannyuma nga tuyitira mu mukulu waffe atukulira bamuyita Mr. Musa Majoba okuva e Boston. T-shirt yaffe yeeno tugikwasiza principal waffe
n'omulamu okugamba nti civic education okubangula abantu oba okubayigiriza bye balina okukola oba okubazuukusa. Civic education is the way to go. Civic education. Era ne wano egamba Uganda Whistleblowers Association righting the wrongs. Okugezaako okukyusa ebyasoba.
Mpozi n'ekirala principal tukusuubiza nti buli mulanga gwonna tujja kugudduukiriranga n'ekyo kye tuli batusobodde era nga twavuddeyo kukuukubira mu bujjuvu obwatali kwekweka nti tujja kuyimiriranga wamu ne N.U.P. Era tuli mu kibiina mwe tuli munda mwennyini. Tweyansiza nnyo bannaffe.
The whistleblowers, thank you so much. Honorable Kawalia, please receive the certificate. Olwokuba bannamusazeewo munyongere ssente wano okusooka temwampadde eyenkyamuka ennyumira bannange mwebalire ddala sebo nsaba master of ceremonies who is our spokesperson okkiriza principal waffe ataking a seat abantu bagyeyo kacaayi abalala nga ssente bwe tukyakuŋŋaanya kubanga abantu baagala kunyongera ssente and I'm not about to suggest for us to here wanajina mungala ya Kenya bone simanya Kenya bone wali twashemerera Monica sebo omwana oyo anewunyisiza nnyo y'omu ku bakozi ba wano naye yagambye tajja kuviiramu awo kaweeyo Monica njagala kwebaza oli wanjawulo mumukubire engalo omukyala akola emirimu wali mu dduuka edduuka lya People Power wano abeera wali mu dduuka lyaffe Monica webale nnyo kwamya certificate katusabe mukwase speaker certificate kasaba sigero bila kutuula kubanga certificate zakuzaika ziziddewo
Get a speaker today.
ate kino kitono nnyo kukiina okukolebwa ebweru kakumekizeemu This is a different style, campaign is very different. We are basing on the Obirabangako, Ebyaffe byawufu byabwe kyemubigumire bijja kutambula bwe bityo sitayiro njawufu tukwebaza mukama waffe okwenda sitayiro empya. Yes, the speaker Kawalia will take a certificate. This box is going to stay here for a couple of weeks. Whoever wants, simply come in and drop in money. So our fundraising is on. Leero tugenda kubeera wano nga receiving and name of field tujja kubeera nga tulya. Allow me to talk about the mobile money account 0703 636363. That's our official mobile money account. Please feel free okuteka kwa sente eri mu mannya ga Daniel Oyerot. Daniel Oyerot is the name in which the mobile money account is. And then our online people power shop, online people power shop, which is www.shop.peoplepower.ug. Feel free to order. We have delivery vans. Delivery vans. The membership card. You're now worried. So as we go. Nyongere certificates zetuwandikiramu wano minomulala mpade center wano jasibaleta. Waliwo naali mu isolation center alabye ebintu bino ku mukutu n'asanyuka naye n'akuba wano n'agamba tumuwe certificate. Webale nnyo mukwano gwaffe nali mu isolation center abadde bweru wa ggwanga yakatuuka bamutadde mu isolation center tumwebaza nnyo. Yes, Arosias Mukasa mwami nasejjangu ofune certificate. Okay. Transanyo for now, I'll hand over back to Joy of Seven to steer us through the next process. Those buying certificates, thank you so much. Over to you, guys.
Thank you, Comrade Aisha. We want to appreciate everybody that has given us money. Those that have not gotten certificates now, and there's many others that are saying, I also want. We'll keep doing this to make sure that you get an opportunity to be part of this struggle, because everybody gets to play a part. And like we're saying, in this struggle, we need resources to run the campaign. So we are glad that those of you that are making their contribution are doing so. Want to pick perhaps like what, maybe 3 questions or thereabout? We'll answer them quickly and we'll wrap up. We are told by journalists that you have some 2-3 questions. So let's take those and we'll wrap it up. Yes, beautifully for Mala.
Yes, thank you, Joe. My name is Cliff. I would love to find out what has brought about the changes in the electoral management committee. And we see some of the members that were on the regional committee are not there, and there are some new faces. So what has brought about the changes? And then maybe how far with the plans you had said about negotiating some of the positions which have more than one candidate?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Amanya simayisima nga nkola n'ekyoto international omuntu avayolatinze kaadi ya N.U.P obanga mwamu wa kaadi n'avayo n'ayogera ebigambo ebikuba N.U.P akolebwa musango ki?
Yes, sir.
I'm Bobo Lake from Dokulo district. Recently, I was in Dokulo and I was trying to move to the ground because I'm vying for the LC5 position. But on ground, we are really not on ground yet. When they see me put on the N.U.P cap, they have a lot of support. And I'm wondering what's not happening. Because within the district, we even don't see the real representative. So I was wondering what is happening on the ground.
Okay. Okay, thank you. I'll respond to one or two questions. Then I'll ask Thomas Lewis to respond to one as well. Then the principal will also respond to the other. Let me begin with Bob. I thought it's a journalist, but it's probably one of our mobilizers who is saying there's a bit of challenges. You're from Dokolo. My brother, please take charge. Joel said you might not necessarily come to Dokolo per se, but since you are there, connect with other people there. But I'll also request you after here to meet Comrade Ebyaddala so that you work that out such that our teams there get empowered and you get to do work. We also want to move away from the idea of, so everyone, the people of Dokolo, the people of Barade, they are expecting Honorable Chagulanyi has to first come there and make things happen. No, we are all leaders. And like he keeps saying, he wants to see many Chagulanyis in Barara, in Kulu, in Dokolo, in Arua, in Buketi Jinja, everywhere, because we are all leaders in our own right. I'll respond to one other, the question of the court case by Tamale. Since I am one of those that have been taken to court. Look, we are law-abiding, as we have always said. We are a registered entity. The National Unity Platform is a registered entity. It can sue, it can be sued. So people will come up with all manner of cases, some flimsy, some otherwise. We have no problem at all. The people that you are talking about, within our register, they don't exist. They're not card-holding members of the party. So for them to come up and say, you know, they were not part of the process, they were not involved, and yet they're party members. As far as we are concerned, if they were party members, we should have involved them. But they are not. They're not in our register. They're not card-holding members of the party. So if they have any query anyhow, it's their right to go to court. We shall find them there, and then we shall ask court for them to prove how they get to be members. I think for us that's an easy thing to be able to deal with. Ensonga y'abannaffe abagenze mu kkooti bwe batuwawaabira ze Honorable Kyagulanyi n'abalala, ffe nga N.U.P tuli bagondezi b'amateeka era ng'ekibiina tuli registered, tusobola okuwawaabirwa ate naffe tusobola okuwaaba mu kkooti. So abakulu abo bavuddeyo ne bagenda mu kkooti nga bagamba ate tetwaba involvinga mu delegates conference n'ebirala. Okusookera ddala buli ngeri alina okubeera involved, twamuinvolvinga. Abakulu abo mu register y'ekibiina tebaliimu, membership card ez'ekibiina tebazirina. So kati ffe twaleesigamye ku ki okubayita beetabe bigenda maaso. Naye of course baddembe lyabwe kugenda mu kooti, tujja basangayo ne kooti tugigambe ebabuuze ki ekibafuula bamemba, kubanga mu register y'ekibiina tebaliimu, membership card ez'ekibiina tebazirina, tetubamanyi. Ate bayite mujja kuwulira n'abalala bangi gavumenti bijja okuteekateekayo, naye ffe kirungi nti bammemba baffe tubamanyi abali mu register n'abalina membership card, abo betukolagana nabo buli ngeri. I'm going to request Lewis to talk about Isma asked those who are tag N.U.P and if they are card-holding members, please come. Secretary General is the one who gives out membership cards, so it looks like that people give membership cards and they attack and come and respond. That's a question coming from Isma. Then I'll invite the principal.
Thank you so much. Maybe before I respond to that question, I also want to speak to the court case bit. I tell you, comrades, that we all know how the NRM system operates, as well as all governments which are like ours. They will use the law, they will use violence, they will use money to try and distract those who are opposed to the regime. Indeed, when Dr. Beste first came up, you all know the kind of cases he faced, ranging from prison, terrorism, rape charges, and all those things. So these people who keep bringing cases to courts and all that is one of the tools in the dictator's toolbox, but we are determined to overcome all that. God take our help. But the other question was about discipline. You see, when you come and pick a card of the N.U.P, one of the things at the back of that card is that you promise to abide by the Constitution, by the values, and by the principles of the party. If you go against the principles of the party, if you go against the constitution of the party, then you are subjected to a disciplinary process. But first and foremost, if you go against the tenets of the party and the principles of the party, you lose your membership. You can even lose your membership automatically if you cross from this party and join another party. That's automatic. But if you go on and you still want to remain a member of the party while undermining the party, then you will be subjected to disciplinary processes, and that is the way you lose the membership. I thank you. Okay, ekyokubanza naye gamba nsonga y'emishango gye bakuleeta kugira ngu abantu bona abategeki babi ningasaba tukweta badikiteta mu kizungu tosha nibakozesa ebiragiro kugezaho okulemesa abali kubalwanyisa haza nicyo turi kureba kikugenda mu misho ati buli izooba ntarikayo kaguru paaka katwara omukoti ekyagale baleeta embunu n'ebindi bintu ongana ningambira abantu n'abanyayuganda bono okubagarra bamaani bwe byona tuza kusingula ekindi ensonga y'emicwe ningashi abantu abalikuja bakakwata kaadi zaitu then bakagenda bakakola ebintu ebindi abo abantu abo tubagambira twine constitution yitu ningashi engenderwaho y'ekibiina wabula kukikyenderaho nitubaasa kutwara omu kakiiko kaitu ak'emicwe akakakiiko kakushara omushango kubinje omu kibiina olekeraho kuba omuntu olekeraho kuba omwe aha bantu ab'omu kibiina kya National Unity Platform. Mwebale muno.
Basingura. I'll just respond as a wrap up to the questions of Cliff. You asked why the changes. Such is life, such is organized entities like ourselves. It's always all right to make changes whenever need arises, such that work can move a lot more smoothly and all of that. So the changes that have been made are to make sure that work gets to be done effectively and such that there gets to be delivery by the Election Management Committee. And we have so much hope and faith in the new team that we have instituted. You also asked about the question of multiple candidates. For starters, of course we are a political party, and so we've got to do things a proper way. Be that as it may, we have already begun. Consensus building is happening in various areas, and our Election Management Committee is helping us to do that. So the multiple candidates interested in a particular position get to sit and among themselves agree and say, you know what, so and so has an overhead in relation to the rest of us. Let's allow him or her to go for that position, and the rest of us can go for probably other positions. It's already happening, and once that entire process is done, we'll be letting the country know who is going to carry the flag of N.U.P, where, and all of that. Ensonga y'akakiiko ennongoosereza gye tukoze ekyo kya bulijjo era ng'ekibiina akaseera katugala tugamba nti kale wano tutuuseemukko emirimu gyeyongera okutambula obulungi. So tutuusizzaamuko abakulembeze b'akakiiko kaffe akakwasisa ebyokulonda tulabe nti emirimu ate gyeyongera okukolebwa nga bwe kirina okubeera, era tuteekako n'abantu abalala abajja okuyamba bannaffe ababaddeyo okutambuza emirimu gyaffe gino ku supiidi eyeetaagisa. Bakandidates abangi ennyo already entuula zatandise okubeerawo okwogerazaganya bannaffe 2, 3, 4, 5 begwaze ekifo kimu nga batuula wansi ne bawayamukko era ne bakaanya nti kale ono yatulinako enkizo tumulekeyo agende ku kifo ekyo ffe abalama ebitulumba ebifo ebirala enkola bwetyo. Era akakiiko kaffe aka Election Management Committee katuyambako okukwasaganya ensonga zino. Alright, thank you very much everybody for coming through. That will be pretty much the end. Let me invite Comrade Mustafa to come and lead us in the anthem. And then I'll invite Uncle Mtogo used to be very prayerful. I'm sure he's still he will lead us in the closing prayer.
When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown in the new Uganda.
Sabeko, Mukama Katonda ali waggulu tukwebaza olwakadde kano, tukwebaza olw'ekiseera kino kyotuteereddewo, tukwebaza olw'obulamu bwaffe ffenna, naye mu kyo kyonna Kitange tukwebaza olw'obulamu bwa pulezidenti waffe Bobi Wine. Kitange tukwebaza olw'okumukuuma nga mulamu, ekirowoozo kye byonna bino byonna byazza tukuweera byonna byazza azimba. Kitange tukwebaza nti bisobodde okutuuka mu ggwanga lyonna, eddoboozi lye lisobodde okuzimba buli wamu wonna. N.U.P mu mwezi ogutali ku Kitange esobodde okulabika ng'etuuka buli wamu wonna. Kitange gano si maanyi gaffe, gano si maanyi ga kintu kyonna, wabula gano maanyi go. Kitange oyongedde okulaga amaanyi n'okuuma buli muntu yenna nga mulamu, n'oyongera otugattako buli muntu yenna, n'oyongera okulaga nti N.U.P tuli ku mazima, tuli ku buwanguzi, tuli ku maanyi ago Kitange gwe g'otutaddemu ayi Mukama Katonda era gw'otulaze. Kitange ffe tetukkiririza mu mayembe, tetukkiririza mu masabo, tetukkiririza mu kintu kyonna, wabula tukkiriza gwe Katonda asinga byonna. Era Kitange tukwebaza olw'akaseera kano ke tubadde wano nga tuddayo waffe, nga tuddayo mu maka gaffe, nga tugenda ku mirimu gyaffe egy'enjawulo. Tukusaba nga twewunga mu musaayi gwa Yesu ayi Mukama Katonda, otuyambe tukwataganye ebintu byaffe bulungi nnyo, ate otusitule mu mbeera yonna. Kitange n'essaala ejja gy'oli, tukusaba okuuma pulezidenti waffe kubanga bamwegezezaamu nnyo okwagala omugjawo, naye ffe tumanyi gwe kagaba bulamu, gwagaba obulamu obwa buli muntu gwali mu muntu yenna, era gwagaba ebirungi ebya buli muntu yenna. Kitange nsaba buli muntu yenna ali wanaanyi Mukama omuwe ssente, omuwe obulamu. Ensawo yaffe ya N.U.P ogiteekemu ssente, tugenda kufuna ssente zigenda otambuza kampeyini yaffe mu ggwanga wonna, era tweningaku nga tufunye obuwanguzi. Mukama Katonda gwe gwe twesiga, tukimanyi tuli bawanguzi, era tugenda kuwangula akalulu ka 2021 nga Kyagulanyi pulezidenti waffe. Kitange tukwebaza nga tumanyi buli munnamawulire ali wanaanyi Mukama Katonda, tukusaba omwongere omutima omugumu, baleme kubeera mu katengo, bamanye nti gwabakulembera, gwabakuuma, gwabayisa yonna gye bagenda. Kitange obuwanguzi buli mu ffe, byonna tubisaba nga tuyita mu Katonda oyo asinga byonna.
Akole kanisa. Alright, go na omulabe waffe ow'ekyoto international, nkusaba okyuse ogende ku kyoto YouTube. Yes, genda ku kyoto YouTube, kwe tugenda okubeera nga tusigadde tukuweereza live. Tugenda kuvaako wano ku kyoto international tugende ku kyoto kwe tugenda okusigala nga tubaweerereza. Nkusaba osubscribing ekyoto YouTube, ekyoto gwe teekamu ekyoto ku YouTube. Tugenda kusigala nga tukuweereza live wano ku international Facebook live. Tugenda kuvaako tugende tusigale ku kyoto yonna tu-streamingayo live at the same time. Tu-streamingayo live at the same time, naye katugenda kusigala ku kyoto YouTube, ekyoto kwe tugenda okusigala. Kusaba n'olwekyo kyusa tyuniyo ogende ku kyoto tusigale nga tukuweereza. Nsaba mubeere bulungi, mweraba.